Hello everybody, and welcome to another Inscryption PvP tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of gameplay, which includes making a valid deck, where cards go on the board, and other things that include gameplay. Today, I'm going to be teaching you a 2-player game, and then next will be a 4-player game. First, you must create a valid deck before you can play. A valid deck consists of a minimum of 20 cards or a maximum of 40, and it can be any archetype: beast, undead, technology, or magic. You can mix and match, but whatever is the main of your deck, wherever archetype is mainly in your deck, is what your side deck will be, which are squirrels, skeletons, elite bots, and monks. You can have either 20 or 10, depending on the rules, in your side deck. Once you and your opponent have both created valid decks, you may begin gameplay. Here is where your main deck and your side deck go. If your card were to die, set it off to the side and gain a bone. These die are for when attack values change or if health goes down on your card. And these chips are for the scale, which I'll explain soon. At the beginning of a battle, draw 1 from your side deck and then 3 from your normal deck. Your opponent may do the same, after which you flip a coin or roll a die to decide who goes first. If you go first, play whatever cards you can on the board. When it is the end of your turn, use a signal, such as saying it's the end of your turn, to end your turn. When your card attack value hits an empty lane, you hit directly, and you place 2 chips on their side. So the scale is at 2 for you. Once it's at 10 for you, you have won the battle. Once your turn is done, your opponent may play cards and then signal the end of their turn. Certain cards have these things called sigils on their card. These are different powers that different cards may have. For example, this raven. This card attacks the opponent directly instead of the opposing card. So it flies over the card and attacks directly no matter what. Some cards may be counters to other cards. For example, this bullfrog has the card Mighty Leap. Has the sigil Mighty Leap, I mean. If the opposing card has the airborne sigil, it attacks this card directly instead of attacking directly. So if this bullfrog were in front of this raven, when the raven attacks, then it would get hit for 2, and it would die, instead of getting attacked directly. Some cards require other cards to be in your deck to be able to be used fully, such as the Warren. When placed down, search 1 rabbit from your deck to your hand. You must shuffle your deck after you do this. It's the same with the wolf cub. After 1 turn, it ages into a wolf, which you need in your deck to be able to play it. When building a deck, keep in mind that some cards are known as talking cards, which are often really good cards for low cost. These are the talking cards, and you can only have 1 copy of each in your hand. In your deck, I mean. And some cards are known as rare cards, which are very powerful cards, and you can only have 1 copy of each in your deck. A 4-player game of Inscryption is very different from a 2-player game of Inscryption, but the rules are relatively the same. Instead of using a scale to keep track of who's winning, like in the 2-player game, instead, life points are used with this D20 die. When a card hits you directly, your life points go down by how many it hit you for. The 3 different directions that the lanes are going is how you know which player you're hitting. Place a card here or here to attack the player to your left. Place a card here or here to attack the player in front. Place a card here or here to attack the player to the right. If a card dies, place it in the discard pile, and your bones go in the bone pile. Once your life reaches 0, you have lost. Remove your cards from the board and put your bones back in the bone bowl. Once you're off the board, this lane will attack here, this lane will attack here, and this lane will attack here. So this has been how to play a game of Inscryption. I hope I explained it well, as this has been only my second video on tutorials on how to play Inscryption. There are plenty of more advanced topics we could go over, such as listing every sigil and what they do. You could go into conduits and fluctuating attack values, or even activated sigils. But that's going to be a video for another day. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be making more of these because they're really fun to do. Join us next time when I explain how to make your own cards so you can play this game in real life, and alternate ways to play the game on Tabletop Simulator.